Okay, so for us it's been about 15 or 20 minutes, and you can see we're already up to 212-ish, and the feel of this water is warm, and the feel of this water coming out of here is actually a little colder than ambient right now. So I went ahead and took some of my other oil, my old oil, and kind of put some in here just so you can kind of see the process here. And if you watch this, without any lavender in here, and when I turn this up, in fact, bring that over here so you can hear the sound of the boiling. Come up real close. That's about how much I would go. Here's, for example, if you listen to boiling. Okay, now that's about where I would have it. Now, back up. So I'm going to crank this up just so you can kind of see how fast the results will come out here with no lavender in it, of course. Just take a second. You should be smelling it by now for sure. When it starts to come out here, you'll smell it almost immediately, and fills the air. Okay, so you can see down here, it's got some oil in it, and if you come over on this side, you'll see the oil starting to come up to that hole as it fills with water. And then if you look here, as we approach this level of water, this is going to overflow, and it's going to keep the water from getting up into here and going out. So you should see that happening here in just a second. Okay, it's about to bubble over. Okay, and see, that's almost to the hole there. Okay. Any second. Okay, so here's the oil coming out. And it's coming out like that because I actually poured quite a bit in here for the sample. So it's actually pouring out quite heavily right now. And you can see this water is just starting to come out too. And once the oil kind of comes up a little more, you'll start to see more water coming out of here. And the last thing, you know, when you got to keep an eye on this, you don't want this to end up where the water comes up and you get any water in there at all. It's better to cut this off and lose a little bit of oil right in here than it is to get any water in there, because as soon as you get water in the oil, it's really impossible to get it out. Okay, so again, that's about the flow you want right there, depending on how much heat you have. You can kind of feel this temperature with your fingers, and it doesn't have, this can be just ambient temperature, and it's perfect. That's actually a little cool. Okay, so here's the last thing I want to show you. You can see this material here now. See how it kind of gets crusty? And of course this is hot. It just kind of gets, you know, like that. And if you have to, if you come back around and you happen to notice, you know, you can't see it, but there's heat coming out of the sides because it's not sealed. But if you have to come back again after it warms up, you can put a little bit more on, a little bit more. I never really needed to. It was plenty. So that's it for that. And then, of course, the end of the run is just reverse. You know, you cut this off, let this continue to run out, fill as much oil as you want in there, and then let it cool down for a little bit, and disassemble it, and dump the stuff out. And then I would spray this out with, you know, I would have it out, dump it all out, and then spray it out with water. Spray this out, dump it out, scrub it a little bit, and then start over with a new run each time.